Okay, so continuing on with our discussion of dominant seventh arpeggios, which is the same thing as seven arpeggios. We said that there were seven positions of each one of them, and I'm just going to quickly kind of demonstrate those seven positions for the A7 arpeggio, and then we'll go on from there. So let's see. So that's seven, and I rarely kind of practice them that way. So today we're going to talk about what we're going to do if we're doing a D7 arpeggio, a D7 blues progression. So, last time, we did the whole A thing, and that was great, and we did the three positions of the arpeggios. We did the A7, the C7, and the D7, and those positions are movable. But right here in the middle of the neck at A, that works fine. But if you have to do D, like we said last time, well, it's not always convenient to play up here. And the goal of some of these positions is to kind of keep your hand relatively in the same place on the fretboard so you don't have to be jumping around all over the place or playing up too high. So we're going to, again, stay here at the 5th fret, but now we're going to do the blues in D. And so for that, we've got D7, we need the D7 arpeggio on the one chord, G7, the G7 arpeggio, and A7, right? This type of thing. So let's first start here at the 5th fret, and let's just review the box shape for the pentatonic for a second at the 5th fret, because that's what you're going to escape to if you get lost. So right here you have, right, there's your pentatonic in the key of D, D minor pentatonic at the 5th fret. So the first arpeggio is going to be the D7 arpeggio, right? Over the one chord, and that's, and I covered that shape in the last video when we were doing in the key of A, because it was the 4 chord, right? So this one you know already, so nothing new there. Now, when the progression changes to the 4 chord, in this case the G7, what you could do if you don't want to learn any new arpeggio is you could just take that A7 shape from the last lesson and shift it down 2 frets. That does work. Nothing wrong with that. But the problem is that to do that, you're pulling your hand away from the 5th fret back down to the 3rd. Nothing wrong with doing that, but it's easier to stay in the one position. So now we're going to get a new arpeggio pattern for G7. We've learned 3 of them. This is now a 4th. So G7 arpeggio at the 5th fret sounds like this. Right? That was your D7. Here's your G7, sorry. And you see I'm still staying at the 5th fret, so I don't have to jump around so much. So this new arpeggio shape, if you will, which I'm going to go over with you now, is 7, 5, 8, 5, 9, 7, 6, 8, 7. I hope I got those numbers right, guys. I'm going to play it one more time in case I got the numbers wrong, and I apologize. So there's your new shape for the 4 chord. Okay, and when the progression gets to the D7, we already know that shape from the last lesson. Right, the 4 chord is the new shape. And when the progression hits the 5 chord, the A7, that shape we had in the last lesson. We know that one already. So by learning that one new shape for the D7 chord with root on the 5th string here, by learning that one new shape, we can kind of handle all our soloing business in the key of D now, all by staying at the 5th fret and not having to jump around too much. Now, just like last time, when you go to practice, the blues in D, find yourself a nice slow backing track, and again, make sure that the chords are D7, G7, and A7, right? We don't want any minor pentatonic, and just go through them slowly. I'm going to do a little bit of that for you right now. Hang on just a second. Here's the new shape. Okay, and I would just keep doing that till you're real comfortable with the changes. Just like before, if you get stuck, you're going to go into the minor pentatonic, again here at the 5th fret, D minor pentatonic. Right? That kind of thing. Once you've kind of got that going, then you can start mixing in minor pentatonic along with your arpeggios. And I'm just going to do a little bit of that for you to give you the idea. So no distortion, because I really want you to hear what the arpeggios sound like. So let's see what we got here. That's all pentatonic, right? Now we're changing over to the G chord. That was pentatonic, right? Arpeggio. Pentatonic. You get the idea.